my name is Shayla and today I am here to film my Smutathon / June TBR. So, June starts off with Smutathon from June 3rd through June 9th. I'm not 100% sure how many of the bingo spaces I'll take up with my reads because I'm not 100% sure how many of them I will get read. I currently have 12 potentially on this TBR and I don't think I'll get to them all this week. So I will fill out the bingo board as I go. So in the meantime, let's start off with those, and then during Panelathon I had you guys pick out some reads for me, and then I have one other that I'm throwing on this list as well. So let's go ahead and dig right in. I'm going to start with the 2 digital reads that I hope to do during Smutathon, and that is The Unhoneymooners. I'm going to give it a second chance. Most people that I've talked to say the stuff that was concerning me in the beginning dies off pretty quickly after where I stopped. So I am going to go ahead and dive back into that one, hoping to complete it and hopefully enjoy it and be able to not be so thrown by the body image issues in the beginning that I was feeling the first go around. So that's one of them. And the second digital read that I'm hoping to get to during Smutathon is A Story Like Ours. This is a second book in a duology. I read the first book in May. This one publishes in mid-June. I got it as a review copy from the publisher. I really want to get this read because the first book left on kind of a cliffhanger and I'd like to know what happens. So I'm really hoping to get to that this week. Alright, so I'm going to talk about my current read and then we'll move into the rest of the physical reads that I'm hoping to do during Smutathon. The first one being Cowboy Rebel by Carolyn Brown. I'm a little bit behind. This one came out on the 28th. And I was hoping to get it read before then, but Panelathon kind of took over my life, and a lot of my prose reading went to the side. So this is another Longhorn Canyon novel by Carolyn Brown. I have read all of the Longhorn Canyons that have been published to date. I really enjoy them. We're following the brother of a character from the second book in this one, so I'm really looking forward to it. The first chapter is all I really got read, but I'm digging it already, so I'm definitely all aboard for this particular smutty romance. Next we have a bind-up that I got sent in my Bubbles and Books box in May. And that is Legendary Wolf and Legendary Beast, both by Barbara J. Hancock. This is the Nocturne imprint of Harlequin romance. So these are your paranormal romances, and if you want more details in the description, I'll link the vlog where I unboxed this particular box because I read the entire box, so you can get a brief description from that. Next we have another one that technically came out on the 28th and I just haven't gotten around to yet, and that is A Rogue by Night by Kelly Bowen. This is part of her Devils of Dover series. I've read from her other historical romance series, just not this one. But this one sounds amazing. It's another one of those, you know, bad boy rogue kind of stories. So I really tend to like these kinds of romances. I will be vlogging during Smutathon, just a week-long vlog. I can't do daily vlogs again. So I'll just kind of check in every day with what I'm reading, and yeah. So this one I'm definitely looking forward to. And the last one that came out on May 28th that I was already supposed to have read is The Amish Widow's Rescue by Rachel J. Good. I've never read something that has a historical religious aspect to it necessarily. So this will be new ground for me in my smutty romancing. So I don't know how smutty this will actually be because it has religious elements to it. But either way, I'm going to give it a try and we'll see how this goes. And next we have one of my favorite historical smutty romance authors, and that is Tessa Dare with Any Duchess Will Do. I've slowly been working my way through Tessa Dare's works. I continue to love each and every one. I love her historical snark and her well-timed comedy. So yes, I am looking forward to more Tessa Dare. I'm reading a lot more historical than I normally do in this particular round. This will be interesting. Next we have Hurts to Love You by Alicia Rai. I read Hate to Want You. Loved it, needed to continue on with the series. So here we are with book 2. Yes, I'm down for the smutty times. Let's do this. Next we have the other book from my Bubbles and Books box that I haven't gotten around to yet, but I want to, and that is Circle of the Moon by Faith Hunter. This is a Soulwood novel. These are definitely witchy style paranormal romances. So this will be my first from Faith Hunter. I'm going in kind of blind. I like to do that with paranormal so that I'm not set up for particular things and disappointed, I guess you could say. So I will definitely test this out. This is book 4 in the series, so if I like it, I'll go for the backlog. If not, I'll probably keep current with the series. All right, 2 more reads for Smutathon, and then we'll dig into the rest. The first one is The Bride Test by Helen Huang. I've been meaning to get to this the whole month of May, kept not getting to it, found out about Smutathon, and I'm like, it's the perfect time. So The Bride Test deals with Kai, who is a person that you meet in the Kiss Quotient, and I am just really looking forward to this. I've heard people have mixed reviews and feelings on this, and I think this is going to hit closer to home for me than most people. As I read and review this book, I will explain my reasons as to why, but yes, I will be reading The Bride Test, and I am stoked. And then last but not least for Smutathon, I will be reading Beautiful Burn by Jamie McGuire. This is another Maddox Brothers book. I've slowly been working my way through all of the Maddox Brothers books because I love Jamie McGuire's writing. The relationships aren't always healthy. I will fully admit that right out the gate. There's definitely problems and issues within these relationships, but I like seeing them work through the problems. And Jamie McGuire is really good at not shying away from the problems, but watching your characters face them and figure them out. So anyways, yes, I am looking forward to finally continuing on with the Maddox Brothers. Alright, so that is the completion of my Smutathon TBR. That's 12 books. It's a lot. We'll see what happens. Check the vlog when it comes out in a little over a week, and we'll talk then about everything that I read during Smutathon. The next book I'm going to talk about is the one that I have picked out for the month of June, and then I have the stack that you guys picked out for me. So first off, I am going to continue on with the Wheel of Time series with A Crown of Swords. With where Lord of Chaos left off, I definitely want to dig into this book this month, and I'll probably just take it kind of in small bits like I did with Lord of Chaos. I took that one about, 2 to 3 chapters a day. I'll probably do a similar thing through most of June, starting after Smutathon, because if I try to do Smut plus this, that's not going to work very well for me. So I will be digging into this after Smutathon, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into it. Once I got into Lord of Chaos, I was like, man, this series. So I understand better why my husband loves and adores it so much. So that's kind of the plan in June, is to continue on with his favorite book series of all time. Next, we have the books that you guys picked out for me. I'm just going to go through them briefly. I will link the vlog. Basically, I just had you guys pick random numbers off my TBR, or between 1 and 54, that coincided with books on my TBR, so I will just kind of run through them. I'm not going to do big descriptions on any of them, because I'm going to go into this kind of blind and see how you guys picking things from my actual TBR serves me, because these are all books that I've been interested in, so we'll see if I just randomly pick how it goes. So the first one I forgot to bring upstairs, actually. I started it a little bit early as well, and I'm reading it currently as well, and that's If I'm Being Honest. This is a Taming of the Shrew YA contemporary retelling. I am enjoying it so far. It's definitely steeped in LA culture, so if that's not your thing, you'll want to stay clear of this book. But so far, I am enjoying it. Alright, after that we have The Oddling Prince by Nancy Springer. This is just a fae-centered fantasy that's been on my radar for a minute. People were talking about it for a little while, and then I haven't heard anything, and that usually doesn't bode well. So we'll see how this goes. I'm definitely interested. I think it'll be a good time, so I'm hoping it really is. Next we have The Inquisition by Taryn Matheru. This is book 2 in the Summoner series. I've been meaning to continue on with this for a long while. I've had this on my TBR far too long, so I'm really glad it got picked out. Next we have Splintered by A.G. Howard, another book that got saved from the Trash My TBR video. A lot of you guys said that this one was actually pretty good, so I'm going to give it a read. I do like A.G. Howard's writing. Roseblood is one of my favorites, so I'm excited to dig into this finally and see how it goes. What, baby cat? Come on, baby cat. Why for dost thou cry, little one? Why for dost thou cry? Come here. Why you do the crying, huh? Why you do the crying? Okay. Alright, next we have A Pale View of Hills by Kazuo Ishiguro. I've slowly been working my way through Ishiguro's works after I read The Remains of the Day, which still to this point is my favorite Ishiguro. He tells very deep stories, and I really look forward to this one. I think this one will fall more into the same type of writing as The Remains of the Day, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Next we have The Weight of Our Sky by Hannah Alkaf. This is one that I picked up on the recommendation of Mel from over at Mel to the Any. It was on her anticipated list, and after she talked about it, it ended up on mine. This is a YA with Asian inspiration. I forget which culture specifically, so I'm not going to designate because I don't want to offend. But it seems like war-torn time, so I don't remember much about the description, but I remember being like, oh my gosh, this totally sounds like my jam. I totally want to read it. So here we are. And then last but definitely not least for this list is There's Something About Sweetie by Sandhya Menon. This will be my first Sandhya Menon, but this is the first one that actually interested me. We're dealing with a plus-size teen in this book, and I'm really interested to see the rep here, and the girl on the cover is just adorable, so I really hope that the author does this sweet girl justice. Alright friends, those are all of the books that I am hoping to read in the month of June. I honestly don't know how much reading of like manga and graphics I'm going to be doing this month, because I do want to focus on my prose, because I've cleared out a lot of my graphic TBR, so I'm just going to kind of play that by ear this month, so I'm not going to designate anything in this TBR, other than I am doing a buddy read of a series with my buddy Bizarre. We are going to be reading Car First Love, and we're going to be reading that entire series because I'm helping him take down his TBR. I opted to collect this one digitally because it was a little bit harder for me to track down that way, and I ended up finding them on sale digitally, so that's where we are. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below some things that you are planning on reading in the month of June, or if you're participating in Smutathon, because I would love to talk about smut with all y'all. So, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.